Hello everybody and welcome to Day Job. I am your host, Code Marvelous, and today we're going to be playing some Netrunner. We're up against a Woo. This is an okay-ish hand, so I think we'll keep it. We certainly could do much worse. So let's give him the old GLHF. This is a different deck, but it's a similar build. So let's armor up HQ. Let's armor up R&D. Get a buck. Morning, J. Marcus. Nope, Mulder. No. No. Alright, so they're going for a drip. So we gotta go fast. Oof. So, one of the cards we're utilizing here is Cold Site Server. So we're trying to basically click compress a little bit here. Get a little bit of an edge that way. Morning, Yerrick. So they're going for the later game setup, which I can't necessarily disagree with them for. Instead of worrying about threatening now, they're just focusing on getting their inevitability set up. So we're just gonna jam slam. The efficiency committee is an interesting choice of an include because there's a bunch of things now that you can use with those clicks, like Cold Site Server. Like you could conceivably, after scoring it, just pile a bunch of clicks onto Cold Site Server to make it impossible for the runner to run a card, which is pretty neat as an idea. So let's put the agenda in server 2. Let's piggyback the architect. Let's gain a credit and place one on Cold Site. We're just kind of trucking along as they try to build up their board state. Next turn, we're going to shuffle in the Maryland campaign. Lots of ice, very important for this style build. 2 ashes, 3 cold sites, and pretty sizable amount of drip econ. Uh-oh. It's lamb time. I do love me some purple, so I was happy that this deck did well at a recent tournament. I wanted to give it a go. Alright, so we're going to advance, 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 and score our second Vitruvius. We've got a significant amount of money here. We don't have quite enough to push the efficiency committee, I don't think. Hey Sam, thank you so much for watching. Welcome, welcome. Morning, Janktivist. Alright, so we're going to res slot machine. We're going to roll them bones. Nice and taxing for the centrals. I don't think that they can afford to break this, so this time they're gonna lose 3, we're gonna gain 3, so slot machine refunds its cost, which feels pretty great. And our deck doesn't give up an agenda. Now, they're dripping for 3 every turn. So that's what we would colloquially call less than ideal. We're going to get out some more money cards. Actually, that went into the wrong server. Because now, with Jeeves out, we can never advance the efficiency committee. I love that purple has a lateral strategy that is not just spamming out assets with no ice. That it's an actual, like, multiple iced remote strategy, because that's always something I felt fit the color pie for has Briarwood. Alright, so we got a bunch of money. So I guess what we'll probably do first and foremost is we will put out this other Rashida with the IPO on it. Use our ability. We'll put this in server 2, and we'll put this in server 3, or 5. And we're going to keep the Jeeves back until we're ready to use it, even though we could have gotten a click there because we don't want them to trash it. They just don't have enough money. I I guess Palangi helps. I should have used a click for Cold Sight. So they're gonna get this one. But they don't have the money to trash Cold Sight. Okay. So Sam, I did have a tier like that, and it was getting to be too much. I had a $15 tier where I would help people work on a deck and play it with them and get back to them with notes, and it just ended up being a ton of work because I felt like I really had to put in 10 to 15 games with each person's deck to really understand it, and it was just eating up a ton of my daytime. Okay, so I think we're gonna try to put the efficiency committee in there. And then we're going to put money on there with the Cold Sight server. That should do it. Because they're just not going to have enough clicks to get through now. Ooh, DJ. I wonder what they're DJing for. Ah, I see. One, two, three, four. Alright, so what we're going to do next turn is we're going to drop the corporate sales team into the server. We're going to piggyback Ash with it. And then we're going to take all these clicks, use fully operational, and also drop a bunch of clicks on Cold Sight. Force them to deal with this. Okay. Okay, I think we're gonna put this in server 2 with the Ash. We're gonna advance it once just to be safe. We're gonna take all these clicks. We're gonna put this in server 4. We're gonna put this in server 1. And then gain 2, gain 2, gain 2, gain 2. Gain 2, gain 2, gain 2, gain 2. We'll pre-res this in case they're on interdiction. And we'll end the turn. Oh yeah, I didn't do the cold sight again. Oh man. I gotta, like, you know, do my job. So they have to turn this with Palanki.
Stop.
Cold read? Alright, let's see. Regardless, somebody remind me to use the goddamn cold sight. Because I'm slowly throwing a game that we have strongly in our favor. Okay. Cold read, interesting choice. That border control is going to be our ace in the hole here. Alright. That border control, baby. Palangi surfer. No, but I will make you pay all the way through it. We're just gonna keep dragging them through. We're gonna make believe like we got a lot of important shit going on. I do like how if you single ice a Maryland, it basically never gets touched. If it's res, I mean. Alright, they're coming in hot. Res the Fairchild, friendo. Trying to create a little scoring window for ourselves here. You gotta actually swap. Oh man. I really do enjoy how much money is being spent here. Because now they... Alright, so let's put this in server 2 with an Ash. Let's put this on HQ. And we're gonna call it a day. We'll pre-res the Ash in case of interdiction. Now they can, of course, there's no point in resing anything there. We don't need it anyway. I wonder if they have stim hacks as well. Okay, so hey Retsuka, it's going pretty good. Alright, we got it. Good game. Let's go beat up on Retsuka, see how we do. Oh man, what a card. I don't like this opener, however. Give Retsuka the old GLHF. Retsuka's on Leela. So let's draw, see if we can draw into another ice. We cannot. Let's put border control on HQ and Meridian on R&D, since unfortunately that's what we drew out of the gate. Well, things are gonna get really weird if we can't get some ice. But we're gonna see what we can make happen. Okay, perfect. So I don't think we can push. We're gonna wait on the fully operational. Miss Bones. So we're gonna put that on server 2. Then we're gonna play fully operational for 2 cards. Gain 2, gain 2, and gain a buck. He's forcing us to protect our assets, which, you know, makes 100% sense. We also need to armor up archives because of the crowdfundings. We'll put the cold site in server 4 as well. Get a little click compression going. Speed things up. So the stuff that he just trashed, it's like he did not trash it because of the 2 architects that we have on the remotes. And this is a Maryland, so we're just going to shuffle it back into the deck. Alright, we're definitely going to need some more cards for these servers. Draw. So let's put Jeeves in server 3. Let's draw once more. We've got a lot of ice. Yeah, so Ratsuka's got a lot of stuff that rewards him for going through servers multiple times, which is pretty cool. New remote, put an IP block on it, put that into server 4, and then hit fully operational, and just gain a ton of money. Drug dealers, interesting. Alright, so we can actually turn some of our drip back on. So we're gonna get rid of that Cubon, because we can't have that. Ooh, isolation on a drug dealer. What a cool play. So they're gonna get some of our money here, which is okay, because that was very click intensive for them. Alright, what do we want to do this turn? So they're a little low on bucks, but we could also end up being low on bucks. This is a neat tempo-ish build that he's got going here. I approve. Credit, credit, credit. Advance. Oh, I'm a fucking idiot. Yeah, I'm willing to burn the border control there. Hey, Boris. So we are on the board. Ready to get our shit wrecked. With the Leela super turn. FCOM? I didn't have enough clicks. Yeah, I didn't have enough clicks, J. Marcus, because I used all the clicks on that turn to score it. Alright, well, let's get some money. Let's re-armor HQ. Let's put this in server 6. We need a cold site to show up. These architects are sitting pretty. Class Act is doing a ton of work for him this game. Ooh, a bank job. So we've got a drug dealer, Class Act, Miss Bones, and a bank job, and there's no place where I can put my face where I'm not blocking something. Okay. Let's do like a right here for now. Alright. Let's res Maryland. Okay, so he is currently showing no money. So I think we're gonna draw once. We're gonna put the Vitruvius in server 4 and piggyback the other border control back into it, and then we're gonna get a buck. And then we can over-advance the Vitruvius so that we have access to fully operational again for some burst econ. Or even just a cold site server now that we have efficiency committee. Alright, we have to hope we can survive for a turn. Probably not, but we'll see. We gotta see if the 1 in 5 is on our side. You know what? I mean, again, this is just the weird way your mind works. But I find when I trust my deck not to give me up... Nope. That's frustrating. So we're 1-1. Eddie Kim. Small again. We want more ice. We got to keep him out early. GLHF. So we're gonna put that on HQ. Gonna put that on R&D. And we're gonna get a buck. Yeah, thanks for the game, Ratsuka. Probably shouldn't have gone for the overscore on the Vitruvius there. Probably should have just gone for the normal score on that last one. Okay, so let's go ahead and get rid of that. Let's put this in a new remote. Put an ice on it. Alright, let's Rashida draw. Let's fully operational, baby. What we're gonna do here is we're gonna put this in server 1. We're gonna advance it once. And we're just gonna get $1. I don't know how I feel for them about the use of both Proco and Liberated, but it might work for them. So now... So they read an NGO, which is good for us, because now we're going to advance, 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 and score an Ikawa. Now we're exceptionally low on money, so we have to be wary of that. Gonna eat up 5 of their credits because they don't want us to have the G's. Oh my gosh, the triple. Bum, 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 bum. They're not even going to be able to trash this Ash. So that was a good amount of money spent for no gain. They could hit an agenda here. They get the preemptive, which in a lot of ways is worse. We are very poor. With 3 agendas in hand, not ideal. Draw. Let's put in server 1. Let's put in server 2. I mean, that's a pretty expensive hippo. Yeah, I mean, we're not having... This isn't a great hand. Or... We're not having a great time. Our opponent is just kind of getting free access to our shit, which is, you know, not ideal. Okay. I mean, not a ton to be done against that. Alright, well, so let's talk about piloting. So there isn't a ton of non-asset money here. So we're really vulnerable to flooding. Because if we're pulling ice and shit out of our hands to try to generate income, that can leave us with a large amount of agendas in hand. So we need to be wary of that. I think we need to hard mull for... like Maryland's in our opening hand, Maryland and like a Rashida with 2 pieces of ice. I think Maryland and like a Rashida is what we need. No, Balder, stop. I mean, all this looks good. Everything's just a little expensive. Well, honestly... I kind of want the, I kind of want the nanoteching matrix over the NSX. I know it's more click intensive, but It also doesn't cost anything to trash. Or anything to res. I really like Slot Machine. Slot Machine's going into a lot of my decks right now. Yeah, Nano Etching Matrix is the name of the card. I could probably do like one more. But yeah, I don't know. We've got some options. Alright. Let's see how we do. See if we can even it up. No ice. Good luck, have fun. So let's put Rashida out with a border control. Let's draw once and put that on R&D. Roseki, baby! Baby! Nice. So let's get Jeeves out in a new remote, put an architect on it. And then let's put a Maryland in there. And let's put another border control on HQ. Let's draw. Let's put out a nanoteching matrix. Okay. So, oof. Let's install the efficiency committee in server 1. Let's put the ash in there. Let's put the cold site in there. Let's res it and use it once. So in a weird way, this deck is kind of like the RP deck that I played at a couple GNKs, where you're just stacking up what are effectively click costing effects like Nisei, border control, etc. No free install for you. So we lost Jeeves there, which doesn't feel great. So what we're gonna do is we are gonna advance this once. We're going to cold site, cold site. So now it costs 3 clicks and 2 credits just to run the server one time. Which makes this border control sit very pretty. I think we can afford to trust that we'll only lose one agenda here. Yep, we only lost one agenda. Palangi with the Angolo, I've been seeing more of that play, and I think that's very, very solid. Okay. So I think what we're going to do this turn is we are going to install in server 1. We're going to advance once, and we're going to take all of these, and we're going to use the hedge fund, and then we're going to go cold site, cold site, cold site. Let's roll the bones. So they lose 3. I gain 3. They don't strike. So now we're going to be able to piggyback into a very similar play in about a turn or two. Because Cold Sight is a good card when you're using John Ralphio Committee, the Efficiency Committee. Our opponent is thinking about what to do last click. Alright, so I don't think the nano etching matrix is as good as a pad or an NASX. Cutlery. I mean, they're probably just going to win off of 4 runs here because that's how this game works on JNet. Cool, they whiff on the Kushuk. Probably gonna overwrite. Okay, so let's put that in server 2. Let's put that on R&D. And put that in a new remote. Okay, ow. So let's put this in a new remote. We're gonna put a Meridian on it. Let's put this on R&D. Let's put this on HQ. And then let's... Yeah, this nano etching matrix is just not making the cut. So we have to be a little bit concerned here about Kushuk surgery. So we're going to put this border control on R&D, and then we'll hit the nano etching matrix for 2. But we want a border control on R&D. So we're going to lose these, so we're going to have to shuffle them back in, but that's just fine. Just eat up some of your money. The ideal draw while we have the cold sight in play would be an Ikua, because then with an Ikua, okay, I mean, they're spending a lot of money clearing out this server, and we can just preemptive those 3 exact cards back in, so I'm actually pretty okay with it. So, let's draw, let's draw, let's draw. Let's preemptive the cards we lost in the war back into our deck. Hey, Satiric, good morning. Thanks for the host. Appreciate it. How did we get so broke? Yep, okay, so that's game. Concede. Good game. Oh, man. I don't know. The pieces of this deck seem very expensive. Somebody did very well with it at a tournament, and I'm pretty garbage. So maybe I'm just not blitzing hard enough, but it seems like the ice is a little expensive for how much money you actually get to reliably make. I guess if people weren't prepared for this style of deck, maybe? I really don't think the Meridians are pulling their weight. I don't think we rezzed... Well, no, we did res one, and then they DJ Fendra'd into Quetzal, so it didn't matter. But yeah, I don't know. I'm going to keep putzing around, because I really like this style of deck. A lot of cutlery out right now, which is pretty bad. I don't know. Well, I think at the very least, there should be one of these and one pad campaign, so you could potentially have both out. We need the ice. We need the assets. So part of me, we weren't never advancing 4/3s a ton. Part of me wants to say -1 Jeeves and +1 preemptive. But yeah, I don't know. I think this was a good one. I have some stuff to take care of today, so I'm not going to be doing a longer stream. But thank you everybody on YouTube and Twitch for watching. If you want to support the channel, there's some links in the show notes that you could follow to do that. And until I see all of you wonderful Netrunner humans again, always be running.